So I got a question the other day, like, why can't you use foil to wrap? Why do you always use paper?
Paper, honestly, it breathes just enough and it doesn't poach your meat. If you use the foil, you run the risk of poaching it and you get a little bit of that pot roast flavor.
Yeah.
And it'll also degrade a little bit of the bark on the outside of it. The paper is kind of that perfect happy medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and get gloved up. I actually like handling my meat.
This is the gloves Phil used to grab his meat.
So I also took some of the fat that I trimmed off the top of that brisket and I rendered it down in the pit.
Look, that's brisket fat right there.
It's brisket fat
Just came out of the pit.
Out of the pit, so it's got more smoke flavor to it.
Yep.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just pour that on my paper.
Okay.
This is also gonna add another layer of protection to the brisket. It's gonna add another layer of flavor to the brisket. And it's going to also not want to strip any moisture or fat out of it. I mean, if I put dry paper on it, it's nothing more than a sponge.
Got it.
So here's our brisket. You can see, I mean, it's got a beautiful bark. I mean, it is presentation ready. However, the temperature is only about 160 to 165 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And right now I've got the fat side up on it. And I'm going to make a nice crease. And honestly, there is a technique to this, and I love to follow the technique to make sure I'm doing this properly. I'm gonna get my creases in there, I'm gonna help seal that up. Our goal at this point in time is only getting to 203 degrees slowly. If you push it and you go too fast, you run the risk of steaming it, the meat's gonna tighten up, and you've gotta let it rest in a cooler an hour and a half maximum. So
203 degrees, the magic temperature that you want to cook to. I've never owned a thermometer this fancy, okay? Talk about it.
Whenever I go into new restaurants, I always have to learn the pit. Every pit is different. That's why we name them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they all have personalities. The cool thing about this one is this connects to your phone, so you can put the probe inside your meat and connect it to your phone. Really cool tools, but I like the functionality that after it's done cooking, I can pull the graph down, I can see it because I'm a nerd, I can't help it. I don't cook with thermometers much when I'm at home because I can just see and feel. But if I'm out working, I'm definitely using these.
Pretty fancy.
Whether you're looking for inspiration for your next barbecue event, from recipes to rubs, meats, or even craft sausages, we've got you covered at barbecueathome.com.